We managed to get Anton Segner to join us. And so Anton is online. We're about to have a chat with him. He's on the side of the scrum for the Blues in the Battle of the Bombays Saturday night against the Chiefs. And then we'll do the news after that, and then we'll talk about some red cards in international rugby. But it's a warm welcome to the program for the first time. Anton, hello. Welcome.
Hey, guys. Thank you very much for having me.
Yeah, congratulations on your selection to start this match, mate. Big match.
Yeah, appreciate it. Looking forward to it. Very, very happy to be playing in the match because, against the Chiefs is always a special one.
Well, this is a huge game because, they're obviously top of the table and they're unbeaten. So how has it been at training this week? What specifically have you looked at and thought, okay, this is a way we can attack this team?
We know that they pride themselves on their collisions and especially on their ball carrier and their clean-outs on the attack. So we're definitely going to do our best to try take that away from them. So, I think for the people watching, they can look forward to some big collisions on both sides of the ball.
Brilliant. So what it is to try to stop them play. Is that what you're saying?
And just try and slow their ball down as much as possible. So, so that we can be on the front foot and we can attack them.
Getting a starting spot in a game like this is huge. Is this going to be one of the biggest games you've ever played?
I'd say so. I've been fortunate enough to be a part of a few other games last year with the Blues, but definitely here with the Blues against the Chiefs down in Hamilton, that's a pretty exciting opportunity for the team and, as you say, for myself as well. So, it's definitely up there with one of the biggest games that I've been a part of.
Anton Segner is with us on the platform. Awesome performance against the Force last week. Man of the match. Congratulations on that, mate.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
What is the adjustment that you have to make, especially in your mindset, when you're playing a team like the Force where you're expected to win and you rest a whole lot of players and the complete contrast from that to now playing the best team in the comp?
The mindset from game to game, it doesn't really change. Like, we go into every game with quite a similar mindset, and that is obviously the mindset to win. So last week against the Force, our mindset was also just to dominate the game and try control the game from our end as much as possible. And we're going to look to do the same against the Chiefs this week. We've obviously got some good key players back, but for us as an individual, the mindset doesn't really change. We're obviously still going to look to take it to them and, dominate the game and control the game from our end.
Is it a match, though, when you look at the draw, you've played the Brumbies, lost to them, played the Crusaders, lost to them. So this is probably, out of all the big teams in the comp, we think the Brumbies are the best Australian team. And now you're talking about the very best New Zealand sides, the Blues, the Crusaders and the Chiefs. Does it mean it creates its own extra importance for you?
Importance is one thing, but sort of this week we've been talking a lot about what an awesome opportunity it is for us. Obviously, the Chiefs, they've been playing well and they've had their winning streak and stuff, but we know that this is a massive opportunity for us because we know that we've got the team to get the job done, down there. So as a group, we've really just been looking at it as an opportunity, as a massive opportunity for us and for the rest of our season ahead. So it'll be a big game for us come Saturday.
Anton Segner is with us. I want to ask you all about yourself, how you got here, going to Nelson College, all of that in a second. But the Battle of the Bombays, obviously you switched into this. It is a big local derby. It goes back to the Auckland versus Waikato NPC games, and that's a long time ago. What does it mean to you as a Blues player, this game?
It's definitely massive for us. And, as you say, the Battle of the Bombays, that game always holds a special place on the season fixture. And, the boys are definitely looking forward to it, and as we know, some of their players as well. So I'm sure that there will be maybe an extra bit of energy on the field on Saturday, but we're definitely looking forward to it, and looking forward to a few big collisions out there.
What's it like working behind Dalton and Hoskins and Aketa and waiting for your opportunity behind those guys, all world-class players, and also Tom, obviously? It's
bloody awesome. And when I first joined the Blues, that's a massive it's a massive opportunity to learn, and really just a massive opportunity for myself to learn, and that was a big part of the reason as to why I decided to join the Blues is to pick the brains of those 3 or 4 guys, and now being able to challenge them and prepare them week in, week out is massive for me, because, as you say, they're all world-class players, and me knowing that if I can compete with them and challenge them and train with them and learn off them, then I can compete with the rest of the players that are right up there, at world-class levels. So obviously it helps me personally learn heaps as well, but also gives me a bit of confidence knowing that I can compete on their level with them.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at. I mean, the fact that you get selected in this match, I mean, it says an awful lot, doesn't it? And just arriving in that, in that environment and seeing how they train, how they play, how they prep themselves and stuff like that. Did it change anything about the way that you look at yourself and how you get into a game?
Definitely. Like now, getting the starting role and sort of playing my second game in a row this season, like it's obviously sort of changed the perspective a little bit, but as I know, and it's the same as every other game that I play, and I try to focus on myself, and obviously having those sort of people around me at training and then on the weekend as well, it obviously boosts my confidence a little bit, knowing that I've got them to the left and right of me. So I definitely feel ready to go with them, and I know that they do too. So yeah, we're just really excited for Saturday night down there.
Anton, I can't remember the last time, I've been doing sport for 25 years, that I interviewed a German man playing for one of our top teams. It's such a great story, mate. How did you get here to New Zealand? Tell us about that.
Yeah, you obviously don't get too many Germans around here.
No, we don't.
Wanting to play rugby.
No, we don't, mate. It's the truth.
Yeah, so in 2017 was my first year at Nelson College. One of my old coaches who coached me in Germany for 5 or 6 years, he moved back to New Zealand in 2016. So then in 2017 he got me into touch with the school, with Nelson College. So I went there for my year 11, did 3 years of schooling at Nelson College, and then was fortunate enough to pick up a NPC contract with the Tasman Marcos. And after playing for them for 2 years, I was fortunate enough to obviously get the opportunity to come up here, and that was last year, was my first year up here, and yeah, really enjoying playing my footy up here and getting to know the guys.
Anton Segner is with us. You're from Frankfurt, so I mean, you play rugby in Germany. I mean, how many people play rugby over there?
That's a very good question. I couldn't give you an exact number, but it's still a very small sport over there. Like, it's obviously football, soccer, whatever you want to call it, is obviously the most dominant sport over there. And that's what I always tell all my family and friends from Germany, that rugby over here is like football in Germany. Every kid runs around with a rugby ball under their arm, and there's a rugby pitch almost around every corner. So that's a good way to compare it in my eyes. Yeah,
it's a brilliant way to compare it. If you go to Australia, everyone plays cricket. They play beach cricket, backyard cricket. There's always a cricket pitch. But yeah, that's how kids grow up here, it's ingrained in us. Did you kick a football at all as a kid?
Yes, I did. I played football all the way until I was 9 years old, and then I actually played ice hockey for a bit, but then discovered rugby, and yeah, haven't really looked back since. That was my sport. What was it about rugby you liked so much? Back then, I actually started off playing as a prop, because already this was when I think I started playing when I was around 10 years old, and I was pretty big for my age. So about rugby, I really just fell in love with the physicality side of things, and that you actually got to tackle people legally in the sport. In football, that was a bit hard to do. So yeah, that was my favorite part of the game when I first started playing. Also, do you mind if I just ask you a couple of questions about growing up in Germany? Because you grew up in a very tumultuous time. Obviously, the wall came down in 1989, and I know that here, on the other side of the world, we look at events like that, and they're historical events, but they don't mean so much to us personally as, especially for your mum and dad. I mean, that's life-changing, isn't it? Yeah, well, I wasn't actually born till 2001. So there you go. Okay, you probably don't remember it that well. In that case, yeah. But yeah, you obviously hear stories from mum and dad and grandma and grandpa about it also. Yeah, it was obviously a significant event and date over there when the wall came down, because my mum's family was actually from Eastern Germany and my dad was in the West, so
Wow.
I sort of got to hear a few stories from both sides, which is pretty cool.
Did you follow? Do you have a football team over there that you followed as a kid?
Yes, my family, we've had season tickets for, I don't know, almost over 50 years now for Eintracht Frankfurt.
Eintracht Frankfurt,
I was born and raised in, I was born and raised in Frankfurt, Germany, so I used to go there all the time, every Saturday pretty much, to watch the game, and I still follow them to this day. They actually did all right this year. They got to the Champions League round of 16, which is pretty exciting for us. That's the first time that we've been part of the Champions League in, I don't know, however long I can remember. So, yeah, they're doing all right, which is good to see.
So you hate Bayern Munich? Please say yes.
Yes, 100%. Can't stand them.
And are your folks here, my man, or are they back in Germany or what?
My dad was actually, he left back on Monday night. He flew back to Germany. He was here for 10 days with two of his best mates, just coming over to watch us play the Crusaders and then the Western Force as well. So it was awesome to have them over. And yeah, he usually tries to come over once a year, so it's always good to have him over, and he enjoys the time because he gets to know the team and obviously see me and spend time with me over here, and he gets time of work, which is the main thing for him.
Great talking to you. Thank you so much for spending so much time with us. Congratulations on last weekend, and also your naming against for the Chiefs on the side of the scrum for the Blues, mate. Go well. Thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you very much. Appreciate your time.
Really nice talking to you, dude. Never met that man before, ladies and gentlemen. Anton Segner, 21 years old from Plunket.